Welcome back to another video. We are in the Sunshine Cup, and today we're going to be featuring Stunfisk, Shadow, Steelix, and Vigoroth. So some of you might already figure this out already, but Vigoroth all over the place. So people are trying to counter the Vigoroth. So there's a bunch of flyers, there's a bunch of debuffers, and that's what we're trying to use the Stunfisk for. Trying to find those Pidgeots and Steelix. So looks like we are in a mirror Vigoroth matchup. We both won shield, and we're trying to farm down, and that's exactly what we do. Looks like they are going to just tank this because they know that it's not a bulldoze, so that's a play by them. We have to come in with our Stunfisk, and now they switch into their Lickitung. This Lickitung is not quite level 50, but we are going to be able to get to these breaking swipes before they get to their Power Whip. This Power Whip is debuffed already, so that's a good start for us. We're going to go for another breaking swipe here. It will not KO, but it does debuff this Lickitung. And because it's already double debuff, we're not going to shield here. Looks like they actually go for the bait. And since they're going to throw another body slam here, we're looking to just farm down, I think. Nope, they actually end up switching. We know that we don't have to shield this. This is not enough energy for the Earthquake. And here we have to throw an optimal timing. We are already single debuffed, so we don't want to allow them to get any extra moves. This is going to be another breaking swipe. And there we go, another great timing right there. This Mud Bomb is going to do, I don't know, what is that, 15%? And so we're going to have to just spam this Mud Bomb here. It barely doesn't take it out. We immediately switch out when they immediately switch out. We take out this Lickitung. It did have some energy, so that could have been lethal, and now we just farm down. So GG's to our opponent right there. We did find the Steelix, and that is the whole goal of this Stunfisk. We're trying to find Steelix, we're trying to find Pidgeot. And that's what the Vigoroth is for, is to try to bait those out. Let's see. What do we face up next? We are going to be facing the Gligar. The Gligar is a problem for our entire team, so we're just going to do some chip damage here. We know this is resisted, but we can't really go into anything right now. We do decide to go with the Vigoroth right here. We do tank aerial ace. We're hoping that we can bait out like their fighter. There it is. So they actually did a great job right there. Their counter to the Vigoroth was probably their own Vigoroth, so they did some chip damage and then left. And then now here, we just have to take this Vigoroth down by committee. There's no other choice. In fact, Vigoroth coming in probably tells us that this Stunfisk is useless. So I'm not expecting a flyer in the back, but let's see what happens. So far, yeah, they already had a flyer in the front, so it was a flyer double pseudo fighter counter, or fighting moves in the fast move. So this double here is going to have to try to get to either their payback if they have it, or just try to beat us through a bunch of body slams. So because it's debuff, we're not going to shield here, even if it's a payback. It ends up being the payback, but it only did about 20%. So that was good. That was a good save on the shield. Here we know that we are resisting the fast moves. We're gonna switch out so that we can pressure some shields, because they also don't want to see this Stunfisk throw a bunch of discharges. They actually end up going for the aerial ace, but it doesn't KO, so we are able to get another discharge right there, and that one Dragon Tail that just went through right there should be enough to KO, and that is indeed the case. So GG's to our opponent right there, wiggling out of that situation. The unfortunate thing for our opponent right there was that they didn't really have a hard counter to the Vigoroth. The only counter was the Vigoroth. Okay, this is interesting. Flygon. Don't really see Flygon a lot, so we're going to immediately switch out to see if they have any hard counters to this Vigoroth. They revealed that they have Talonflame, so Talonflame is pretty decent. It's going to be able to survive all these body slams. look at that right there. The Vigoroth is so quick that it was able to get to another body slam to take out this Talonflame. So now all of a sudden we have flipped the switch, and we're going to immediately switch out because we don't want them to get an energy advantage, and plus we can save that Vigoroth for a stack swap later. And because they didn't really reveal that they had a Steelix or even a additional flyer. That's why we basically sacrifice in this Stunfisk here. So right here, they actually end up showing that they have the Vigoroth. This Vigoroth has a ton of energy. Now it's coming to the decision, is this going to be the Bulldoze or is it going to be the bait? They actually go for the body slam bait. We called it right there. That was a huge call because they go for the Bulldoze. We're probably losing right here. So now we are going to invest the shields because we have 2 shields. Might as well start using them. And plus, these Dragon Tails are chunking away. We're going to double shield there. We're going to go for the extra fast move. And that is GG's to our opponent right there. So nice job by us figuring out that opponent's team right there. And using the Shadow Steelix's fast move to our advantage. It was really, really fortunate that we did call that bait. And that was pretty much the play of the game. So here we go. We finally find the Pidgeot. They revealed that they want to switch into the Trevenant. So we're going to come in with our Steelix. Look how much damage this Shadow Steelix has already done to this Trevenant. We do shield the Shadow Ball, which is fantastic. And now that we know that they have debuffed once, we don't have to shield this. This is definitely going to be let go. And we survive it easily. So 1 shield just to maintain alignment. Plus we have energy. Looks like they have to come in with their Pidgeot. So this is a great situation for us because these wing attacks are not doing anything to us. And we are able to get to 2 breaking swipes. Will we be able to get to a 3rd? Nope. They actually switch out. And luckily for us, we do have a Vigoroth for their own Shadow Steelix. And so here, there's no need to really bait. We're just going to go for this Bulldoze. We need the shields. So they actually shielded the correct move. They're going to go for another breaking swipe. And we try to get to another move right there, but unfortunately that does not happen. And luckily for us, we do have the Stunfisk for the Steelix. So this is going to be a really good matchup for us. Not only do we have the Stunfisk for their Pidgeot, but also it's a counter to their Steelix. So as long as we keep this Stunfisk out of Earthquake range, not that they would ever get to it because we do have a shield, we should be fine. So we end up getting the last shield. We know this is not Earthquake. We can shield it or we let it go. It doesn't really matter. Here we're just going to throw in optimal timing, and that is GG's right there. Stunfisk coming in clutch, breaking up the meta right now. Like I said, we're fishing these Steelix and Pidgeots, and we saw them both in that situation. And luckily for us, we were able to keep that alignment. Okay, Stunfisk versus the Skelly here. We are going to be able to get to this Mud Bomb first. Does it KO? Doesn't KO. We know that they can know Shadow Ball and Disarming Voice, so we let the first one go. Then they reveal that they're going to come in with the Double. So we don't have a true counter to the Double. We have to do some chip damage, and then we go in with our Vigoroth. This Vigoroth is able to tank 1 body slam. Okay. And looks like we're going to have to tank another one. So, okay, perfect. So that's exactly how we want to leave the Vigoroth with a little bit of health, but still maintain alignment. We try to get to the Bulldoze, doesn't happen. So we have to just go for a body slam. They know that. I believe we're going to come in with the Stunfisk. Yep. And this time we're going to shield. We think it's the Shadow Ball. Perfect. Ooh, and our opponent ends up revealing that they have the double pseudo fighters in the back. So we're actually trying to see if they're just going to waste some energy. They do throw a body slam, but unfortunately they already had such a big energy advantage. We're going to have to call this. Unfortunately, we do not call it. Ends up being the wrong shield. We go for the breaking swipe here, and we're trying to farm down, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to outpace them. So GG's to our opponent right there. Well done by them. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.